Hi there, this is Luv Johar. Thank you so much for watching this video and thank you so much for tuning into this channel. If you have not subscribed this channel already, please do that now. You need to subscribe to this channel because if you are aspiring for ITIL 4 Foundation certification, if you want to learn more about ITIL 4 Foundation concepts, if you want to understand what is service value chain, what is service value system, what are the guiding principles, what are the four dimensions of service management, if you want to understand all these concepts, if you want to understand the different practices that ITL 4 talks about, then you have to subscribe to this channel, guys, because all these workshop series videos will help you in understanding the ITL 4 core concepts, ITL 4 foundation core concepts. Okay, so we have already been discussing a lot of practices in this series. So today we will be discussing about incident management practice, guys. What is incident management? Why incident management practice is important? What is an incident, guys? First of all, you should understand what is an incident. Incident is nothing but incidents give you symptoms that something is wrong, something is not going well, guys. For example, internet not working or internet being slow, both are different types of incidents. Any occurrence that hampers or degrades the quality of service is an incident, guys. Now, what is the objective for incident management practice in this case then? The objective here is to restore and resolve as soon as possible, guys. And service desk as a practice takes care of the ownership of two types of tickets. One is incident tickets, one is service request tickets. For incidents tickets, for all the incidents tickets, the incident management practice will be followed by the service desk. And for service request fulfillment practice will be followed. We are discussing incident management here. We will also be discussing about service request fulfillment practice as well, guys. Now, there are different activities that the service desk has to perform when we talk about incident management, guys. Number one is they have to log the incident. You have to log the case, whatever incident the customer has put in, the user has put in, the client has put in, the employee has put in. You have to log it somewhere in the ticketing system which you have. Then you have to categorize it. Now, why it is important to categorize it, guys? Why do you need to categorize all the incidents? You need to categorize all the incidents because which service asset is related with this incident needs to be analyzed. So, in order to define that particular service asset, you need to categorize it. If it is a laptop related, if it is a network related, if it is a server related, accordingly you categorize the incident, guys. The categorization also will help you to define the urgency level for that particular incident, guys. Because if it is a server level incident, it would be obviously more important, guys. So accordingly, you do the categorization. After categorization, you do the prioritization for that incident, guys. There is a formula for prioritizing an incident, which is impact into urgency. You have to understand the impact of that particular incident. You have to understand what is the urgency and then accordingly prioritize that incident. Now, how can you define the impact? How can you assess the impact? It depends upon how many users are getting impacted by that particular incident, how many services are being down because of that particular server, what is the business impact, what type of users, whether they are VIP users, executive people are getting impacted. All these things you have to understand, guys. Okay. Now, when we talk about incident, there is also something called major incident, guys. So for major incidents, you should always open problem tickets. Whenever there is a major incident happening, you should always open a problem ticket. And which incidents you should consider as major incident now? All high impact and high severity tickets should be considered as major incidents, guys. If there is a high impact and high severity ticket, you should have problem tickets for the same. Okay. And whenever there is a major incident, then the accountability for that major incident does not remain with the service desk. Instead, it goes to the major incident handling team who will follow the major incident procedure to take care of that major incident, guys. Because major incidents require involvement of a lot of different stakeholders. And that's why you need to open a problem ticket to avoid the reoccurrence of that particular issue. Okay. After that, in terms of an incident, you need to do initial diagnosis, guys. You need to go through all the available knowledge base articles which you have for the incidents that you have worked upon in the past. If there is a solution from the knowledge base, then you have to provide the restoration to the affected users. If there is no solution in the knowledge base, then you have to escalate that particular incident to a specialist team, guys, so that they can take care of that particular incident. Two types of escalations happen in this case. One is functional escalation, one is hierarchical escalation. Okay. What is the difference between them and what are these two types of escalations, guys? Try to understand this. Very important. Functional escalation means escalating issue to resolver teams like L1, L2, L3, SMEs. This is called functional escalation. Hierarchical escalation means the accountability of that incident, the hierarchical escalation means raising it, to senior manager, to senior director, to senior people. That is how hierarchical escalation takes place. So accordingly, you have to ensure and you have to understand which type of escalation you want to make. Okay. Whichever type of escalation you do, the overall accountability for that particular incident always stays with the service desk team, even after escalating the incident. So who will be the accountable person? The service desk team. Okay. Then you provide resolution. First of all, you provide the restoration. You provide the solution to the customer. Then you provide resolution. Now, what is the difference between restoration and resolution here in terms of incident management, guys? Very important. Restoration means providing a fix to that particular issue which the customer was facing. But resolution means if the customer is really happy with the fix that you have provided or not. That is called resolution. So resolution is equal to restoration plus user satisfaction, guys. You can write this down. Very important. And then closure of the incident. As I've already mentioned, anybody can open the incident, but the closure should be done by the service desk team, guys. All the incidents should be closed by the service desk team. Okay. So the objective here is to reduce the impact of any service outage within the organization in case of an incident, guys. That's why services have to be restored as soon as possible. Okay. What are the target resolution times for any incident, guys? You have to define these target resolution times in your service level agreement, guys. These should be defined there. There should be defined response time as well to any incident. Let's say there is a new incident that has come up. What is the response time? How soon have you acknowledged that incident? It's called as response time, guys. So again, this is defined in the service level agreement, guys. What is the expected resolution time for any incident? Again, defined in the service level agreement, guys. Okay. This is how incident management practice works, guys. One thing I want to add here is, as a bonus tip, I spoke about major incident. The procedure and process for a major incident is entirely different than the incident management practice, because if you want to analyze a major incident, try to understand this. Before analyzing the major incident, you have to first of all provide a fix to the affected people. Only then you can open a problem ticket and try to analyze what was the issue for that major incident. Okay, because you need time, you need resources in order to fix a major incident, guys. And by that time, you cannot keep the people, you cannot keep the business on hold, guys. So that's why for major incident you open a problem ticket. We will discuss more about major incidents when we will be discussing about problem management practice, guys. Okay. So thank you so much for tuning into this video. If you have any questions on incident management, feel free to ask me in the comment section, guys. Thank you so much for